Hello, everybody. I'm Ernest. Finally got the KTM back on the road. Some of y'all might remember about a month ago or longer. It's probably longer than a month. Probably 2 months, who knows. I was at the ranch and I went off-roading. The title of the video was off-roading. And I picked up a thorn. Oh, I just finished having some fish tacos. Let me start this sucker. And so I picked up a thorn, and these tires are not that old, and I really didn't want to buy another tire. So I said I'm gonna try my hand at plugging that tire, which I've never done on a motorcycle. Well, it didn't work. It didn't want to hold air. I know some people say they plug their tires and they go years riding it, or not. Well, they ride that tire until it's bald. But I didn't have such luck. And so I had to buy a new rear tire. And it just took me a while. I guess I wasn't in a big hurry. So today is the first time I've rode it since that video. It's been sitting until I got the motivation to order a tire. You know what I found out is, so I took the tire off, the rear tire only, right? And I called Harley Davidson because there wasn't like a shop nearby that would mount my tire, but there is a Harley Davidson shop, and they actually mount and balance my tire for $66. I don't know if that's a good price or not, but they mounted the tire mounted and balanced it. I didn't think they would work on it because it is a non-Harley bike. But he said that they'll do that as long as you take the tires, the wheels off, and they'll just mount and balance them. They'll do that. So, luckily enough, I got it done. I've owned this bike since probably 2018. And every time I ride it, I realize what a good bike it is. It's just an excellent bike. So this is kind of like my neighborhood where I live. SeaWorld was back there, and I'm just riding to get out of town. I only have a few hours because I got to pick up my daughters. Some of y'all might not know, but I'm divorced, and I get my daughters every other weekend. And today I get them. Well, the bike seems to be running good. You know what I noticed when I filled up the tank? It was showing like 1 bar, and I only put 5 gallons in it, and now it's showing full. Well, this is like almost an 8-gallon tank. So there's quite a more fuel that theoretically should fit in here, but it shows full. Kind of makes me mistrust my fuel gauge. So today is really nice weather. We've been having cold weather lately, and today is the one day. I don't know how it is where you live at, but here in Texas, the day before the cold front comes in, it warms up. I think there's a big northern coming into the United States. Other parts of the country are under snow and whatnot. It hasn't hit here yet, but I believe it comes tomorrow. And I mean, it's nothing compared to what people get up north. I mean, our highs in the daytime will probably be in the low 50s and the low 30s at night. So it's not like we're in Antarctica or anything, and it's supposed to last all week or most of the week. It's going to warm up into the 60s. But since I got a little time, I did like 3 weeks of laundry and everything. So when my daughters come over, I don't have to deal with that, and I can just focus on my time with my kids. And since I got a few hours, since I got to pick them up, well, why don't I just take a ride, because tomorrow weather's not going to be so nice. Another thing I wanted to talk about, I was trying to think about what to talk about other than the 1290 and how great it is. I wanted to talk about staying positive. So, something recently happened to me that for other people could be really devastating. And I decided not to look at it that way. Actually, it's been a long time coming, that what just happened, without revealing what it is. But you know, instead of looking at it in a negative way, and what I look at it as a fresh start, as my solution to it is a fresh start. I can start over again. I can do better next time. Whatever the problem is, or person, if there's a person involved with your problem, you know, it's not the end of the world if they're not there anymore. And I'm not talking about death. I'm talking about family, friends, relationships. Oh, this KTM is so smooth. I'm kind of running at 68 in the city here, but I wanted to see that there was any wobble or anything in the back tire. And let me let go of the wheel. No wobble. Okay. So, the tire that I put on this bike is a Cinco 705. Oh, just there for a little bit I thought I was going the wrong way. No, I'm not. Cinco 705. I've used those several times. I made a video on it a week ago or so, and how it's a good value tire. I I used to run Pirellis on these on this bike, and I can't notice a difference really, other than the Pirellis used to wobble when I would slow down on the front tire. But those were the tires that came with the bike, and they had some miles on them, so I can't really say that this is better than a Pirelli. But it is a 70% street and 30% road tire, and they're H rated. So this bike here has 160 horsepower, so it'll get up and go. You really need, if you're going to be running high speeds, you need to, I think it's called Z rated or something like that. But these are H rated. But I've been over 100 miles an hour on this bike with these tires on. Hopefully they don't come apart from the centrifugal force. Yeah, so your problems, most of them are only temporary. Unless you decide to let them hang around. So get a problem, see if you can find something useful in it, like in my case, a lesson learned, a chance to start over, to something better. This area here is known to flood. This is like a flood zone in the city. That's why you don't see too many houses here. This area here. I think we're going to pass by right by my daughter's school. And they're going to be starting a new high school next year. They already went to the orientation this week. Beautiful day. Tomorrow will be a different story. Anyway, if you watch that video on off-roading, this KTM, you can see I'm not doing anything extraordinary. I'm not a avid off-roader, and there's really nowhere to ride here in Texas like that. Everything is owned. There's barbed wire everywhere. Everywhere. Somebody owns it. So it's not like in Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, where they have a lot of free land, which some people would consider useless land. That's why you have BLM and all that kind of land, because there's hardly any development, or it's a low population. Well, and here in Texas, it's not that way. There's parts of Texas that is like that. In West Texas, it's very desolate out there. It's all desert. I'm pretty sure there's some places you can ride out there publicly. But here, you either got to have some property. There is an adventure park up in Marble Falls, but I think that's geared more toward dirt bikes. And this thing is a big boy to be, jumping and climbing up dirt hills and stuff. Well, at least I can't do it. I don't have the skill set. So You you find it hard pressed to find off-roading here. I I'm I just have all that land down in Kennedy, and I have that option. Construction over here. A lot of homes coming up in San Antonio. San Antonio is booming. The prices of homes is probably not that much compared to other parts of the country, but it's starting to go up. Food, everything's going up, but wages, we don't we don't keep up with the cost of living, you know. But you can hardly blame them. The cost of wood is outrageous. Went to buy some wood the other day, and it was like, oh my god, it was hardly just some sticks, and it was like $50, and it's like, oh my god, that's so not worth it. I mean, wood is expensive right now. You know, while I'm riding, I'm going to be looking to look for land, because I've been running this through my head a little bit, and that is find some land and put my RV out there. But I don't want to be too far from work and everything else. These weren't here about a year ago. It was all country out here. I mean, literally not a year ago. So I think that's my daughter's new school over there on the right side. And this is their school right there that I'll pick them up. Well, no, I won't pick them up. I'm going to pick them up at their house. So we're starting to get out of the city. This high school is actually on the edge of the city. Cookie cutter houses, they all look the same. You know, when I got divorced, I had to let the house go. Gave it to the ex-wife. She made like $150,000 on it because she just sold it not too long ago. What? This won't let me turn? Oh my god, I'm gonna turn. Anyway, I don't miss a house. It just, property taxes is pretty high. And your mortgage, I mean, you're going to spend, you know, I'm going to say 50% at least, I think, of what your income is, just so you can have a roof over your head. That's ridiculous. You know, I pay child support, which is like paying a smaller mortgage. It's still a significant amount. And I look at homes or apartments, and they are ridiculously high. Like these homes are nothing, man. They're just built cheaply and quickly. You know, you're going to pay $250 and up. Most of these homes are over $300, I'm sure. Some people, I don't know, people just will spend a lot of money on houses. Okay, I think this is where I turn off. I'm gonna turn off, I'm gonna go straight. Let me see. That takes me out to Bandera Road. Let's just go straight so we can go slow. I don't have to be in a hurry. Everything looks dry. It's January the 14th. MLK weekend. I have a 4-day weekend. Thanks to the government. One of the positive things about working for the government, you're not going to make a lot of money, but you're going to get your time off. All this construction vehicles. Maybe I'll take y'all to the general store in Medina. It's one of the few general stores in Texas, you know. So, but this is a very small. It's not. I can't even call it a town. It's a community. Maybe we'll stop there and so that you can take a look inside. Last time I stopped, it was neat. I talked to the owner, and he was telling me that he came to Micro, Texas. Like I said, it's probably no more than 200, 300 people live there. I'm thinking, I don't know for sure, but it's small, tiny. The store is the town. And he said he came there, I forget, on a whim or something, to visit or something. He ended up staying, he ended up buying the store, and that's his livelihood. Maybe we'll stop there and I'll walk inside and get something. Blue skies. What is the temperature? Let me scroll through the menu. 74.3. Oil temperature is 181. Battery is 14 volts. Odometer 18,978. And the date is right, January 14th, 2022. And it's almost 74 degrees. I tell you what, it feels great. Because for the last 2 weeks or so, it's been kind of cool, muggy, misty, foggy. But it'll be short-lived. We'll be back to that tomorrow. Check out that house. Wonder if he pays taxes. Going 72 miles an hour at about 4,300 RPM. Going to, let's see, set the cruise control. I get a chance. Oh, this mirror keeps. And I tightened it once already. It keeps coming loose. I don't know what's going on with it. I got it loose one time and it never has gone back to reset. Slow down a little bit. Speed limit 60. So the one thing about this KTM that I haven't addressed is my heated seats don't work. And I put it on a Facebook forum that I belong to for this particular bike, and people saying I need to take it into a KTM dealership to have them reprogram the computer. Did anybody experience that? Problem is we don't have KTM dealership in San Antonio. I have to go to Austin, which is where the dealership's at, a good 100 miles just to get down there, just to have my bike. Anything really technically wrong with this KTM that most dealerships won't mess with. Especially the electronics part of this. And this bike is probably a nightmare. Everything's electronic. The suspension, the brakes, the engine, everything, you know. Speaking of electronics, what do y'all think about these electric vehicles? I think slowly but surely they're gonna become better, and there'll be more support for them. We'll stop here at Dancing Bear. That's a bar, but the reason I'm stopping here is you can see Medina Lake. It has a view of Medina Lake from here. It looks really low. So this is Medina Lake. Finally, a little road. These are the kind of roads I like to travel on. Through the hill country, there's a lot of cedar. It's not like big trees, the majority of them. And I think it's not even cedar, I think it's juniper trees or whatever, but they smell kind of nice and they grow rampant out here. It's the dominant tree. I call them cedar because I don't, it's what on the what everybody else calls them. And when you watch the news report and the cedar is high, it's usually the cause from these trees here. Oh, I need new brake pads. I got them coming. I'm going to be putting some brake pads. This is the town of Micro. It's a little community on the lake. Fire department. I'm assuming it's a volunteer fire department. Wonder how much these homes cost here. Tattoo place there. What'd be nice about living here is the slow pace of life. They don't seem to have a HOR, or what is it called? HOR? I think I haven't been under one in a long time. Seems like everybody just does whatever they want. That can be good and that can be bad. I think right here we can see the dam. And that is the dam. The dam is over 100 years old. There's a little washout area called the Mexican Creek, and what happens is when during the really wet seasons and there's an overflow, that becomes like class 4 rapids or something. And I had a friend who is a avid kayaker, and there was a time that I was an avid kayaker, but not like him. He would do those whitewater things, those whitewater trips. And when one year it rained and the water went over the dam, it doesn't happen too often, but it went over the dam, and that Mexican Creek becomes a very volatile whitewater where you can actually test your skills. And he did it. He said it was great. Well, about a year ago, no, it's been over a year. This is the Medina River. About a year ago, over a year, my friend, really nice guy, he went on a trip to Mexico on a whitewater expedition, which he does that, I don't know, once or twice a year. He'll take trips, he'll go, and he loves adventure. He was an adventure man, always kayaking, posting on Facebook, because he lived here on Medina Lake, and he lived on the water, but he drowned on that trip. He was kind of a Superman when it comes to kayaking. I thought that the few times that I went kayaking with him, it was mostly fishing. It wasn't whitewater. I'd get too scared to go over some of the waterfalls and stuff. But I did quite a bit of kayaking, and maybe I'll do that again and uh, show you, do a video on it. I know William's had talked about doing it. Maybe renting some kayaks. I know a perfect place to go and to start. And we go kayaking. And I'll videotape it if we do. But I used to really enjoy kayaking. Kayaking and motorcycles and guns were my top three. Not really sure where I'm going, but I think I'm going the right way. But I haven't done kayaking anymore. I kind of dropped out of it. But Dan was I guess I'm going this way. But Dan was a kayaking fool. He lived on the water. And to this day, I see people posting how they miss him. He's just one of those guys that everybody liked. His friends, his family, he was just solid. So I'll tell you one thing, because me and him were in the Air Force. And one day, I asked him, I said, "Hey Dan, so what do you think about God?" And the reason I asked him because I thought so highly of him, but he never talked about God. So I wanted to get his opinion on it, and his answer was not what I thought. He didn't believe in God. He said we lie to our kids, make them believe in Santa Claus and everything, and it's not true. I personally believe, but Dan was a great man. Man, what a great road. See, if you notice all these high fences, that's to keep all the deer in, because they want to kill them. If you watch some of my videos lately, I did hog hunting. I've been trying to attempt to hunt hogs, but I had no luck. They didn't even show up to the feeder. But plenty of deer. I just don't have no desire to shoot a deer. I don't know why. I guess because they're so cute and majestic looking. And you know, hogs are an invasive species. They're just wild pigs that got loose. And in some places they make damage. I'm trying to find my way to Micro and show you that general store. But enjoying the ride. I don't know why my fingers on my throttle hand feels a little numb. I never get that way. I wonder if it's these gloves. I bought these gloves. If you remember a few months ago, I went to a demo ride, and I rode a bunch of different bikes at the Kawasaki dealership, and I forgot my gloves, and the rule was you had to have, you know, helmet, gloves, long pants. I had everything, but I forgot my gloves, so I bought these suckers. They were the cheapest one I could find for 30 bucks. And they feel really nice, good quality, but they're for dirt bikes, I believe. I don't know how much protection it would give you. This darn mirror. I hope I'm still recording. Might have to cut this video a little short. I don't know. I'll just let it run one long length. Some of y'all might not watch this whole video. It's okay. I do it anyway, whether I get paid or not. I'm hoping some of y'all are finding my videos entertaining of some sort. Lately I've been doing a lot of guns related stuff and not too much of motorcycle content. If I find this general store, that's where I'm going to end the video. Because I think most people's attention span is less than 5 minutes on these videos. But some of them are like me and I actually watch the video all the way through when I watch other people's videos. Got some farming going on over here, agricultural sprinklers. I'm pretty sure they get the water from the Medina, but although the Medina looks awfully low, we need some rain. It'd only take a few days of rain and that river would be high again, or normal. This used to be cotton. I can see all the cotton on the ground. Looks like they recently paved this section. There's more cotton field. You see the cotton? Farming down here is not what it used to be. Especially like where I lived at. A lot of people were farmers. And there's not that much of it anymore. Oil industry is the king. They're back in Kennedy, and hardly any farmers, hardly any ranchers. Nobody took up the torch. And I had the opportunity, I could do it. I could still do it probably, but I haven't done it. What is this? I don't know where I'm at. Oh, I think I know where I'm at. Yes, I did come out right. I'm going to cross the Medina again and go into the town of Medina community. I can hardly call her the town. Medina River down there. And let me show you this general store. But stay positive. Look on the bright side. Figure out your problems another way. Don't let something that you perceive as negative change your whole outlook. Don't get bitter. Don't guard your mind. I recently found a YouTuber that is in his 70s, and he's from my hometown of Kennedy, and he has like, I don't know, 65,000 subscribers, and he does little simple videos. Yep, it's open. Let's go inside and buy something. Okay. Restroom in the back. An historical WPA outhouse. I wonder what that stands for. Positively no smoking. There's not too many of these stores left. Get my Coke Zero. Neat, neat.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
It's gotta be $5 minimum with card.
Okay.
Sorry.
Would this make it $5? I guess it depends on which one I get, huh?
Yes, sir. Okay, so $239. 9 grocery. Or 76. Never fails.
Let's see.
Sorry.
I'm trying to see if there's something I need.
Yeah, I know, 'cause you're on a.
How about this fishing stuff? I might need some of that. Haven't gone fishing in a while. Well, can you just charge me the 15 cents on this to make it $5 even?
Oh my god, 76. I know what I'm doing. Alright.
How about you send me a scratch off?
It's gotta be cash with them. I know that's what the young lady that came in the other night.
This is getting hard. I don't have any cash.
You know what? You're not the only one. I have to do it myself. That's why.
Okay, how about some corn nuts?
Oh, there you go. 99. You're good. I do apologize.
That's okay.
585. Oh.
I stopped by here because I stopped by this general store a few years ago. I talked to the owner. I guess he was the owner. He said he came here and then he ended up staying or something like that. Or you don't know?
No, I mean, it was a few years ago because we really don't got any little Dave. That's it. But he's the actual. Yeah, he's the owner. They're not in here very often.
Yeah.
But if it was Jim passed away like a few years ago. And he worked here for a long time. He's an older man.
Yeah.
He was nice. He used to dress up like a wizard on Halloween.
All right. Well, thank you.
I know, yours go fast.
I want to walk around the store. I'm curious about it. I just want to see it.
Yeah, no, you're good. Hardware, 1908, you're 28 right
Oh, you got a hardware section, huh? Okay. I want to take a look. Oh, I've never been in this part. Check this out. Rio Medina store. This is what stores looked like when I was growing up. Before Walmart. Oh, look at that tiny TV. Wooden floors. just like my house. Post office. Outdoors. Like a meat market. Multiple stuff going on here. Some antiques. Okay, well, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
See you later.
Oh yeah, you have a good one. Enjoy it. It's nice outside right now. It's gonna get cold tonight.
Huh? It's gonna be cold tomorrow.
Yeah, they're saying really cold tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, see you later. Well, that was the Rio Medina store. Thank you for watching. See you next time.